Obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what, he understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Win championships, baby. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I know he ain't got it.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates.
180. Round 80. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike, check.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Marlon Mack, the Colt ball
2nd and 7.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Touchdown.
Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down, 4 down. Hey, put up. 180. 54. Line 54. Red, up.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Montgomery, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Third and 2. Now Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 41, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. And he had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tariq Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
The 50-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Justin Houston on the stop. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds of
180. Black 11.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Third and long for Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, third and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears next. First month of the season.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Even up. 180. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Alert.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Good for a Chicago Bears.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Check.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive... His ticket.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Rodgers on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over first and 10. At their own 24.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Rivers now on second down. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Indianapolis.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
4 yards.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
gain of 2
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive that gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the edge. Check Nick.
1st down, a run with Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky, this is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Watch edge, watch edge. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54. Watch.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Lock in. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. And what?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Ginn's got it. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot things up here late in the first. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Indy set to go on offense once more. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Paris Campbell.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Michael Thomas, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Mark Ingram has a touchdown there. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. He brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Good, strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career, and he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Caught by Montgomery. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Trubisky's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. This is caught by Ginn. 7 yards, the pick up there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
Field goal is good. Makes the score Bears 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this game. They're not hoping for another field goal. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6. 1st down, Chicago.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year, but what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Alert, 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 alert. Go see it.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He finds Robinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Anthony Miller. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Anthony Miller, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers dumps this one off to Mack. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. All right, so numbers, I don't want to read the tea leaves. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. Maybe I go thank the guys on D.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
180, black 15. 59, Mike is 59, Mike's at 59.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. And credit that sack to Robert Quinn. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He completes this one to Mack. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with it. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To Montgomery to begin the drive. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
No.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
6 brings up 3rd and 3.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You don't know no better. Crash. Check 37.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 19, Colts 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
So now the veteran Rivers and the Colts down by 9. 65 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Rivers. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
7-yard line.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.